So as I told, again I am going to here. It will be more beneficial. So first of all, we can search that Microsoft Entra ID from here, or else we can find it out from here, or from all services also. Anywhere you can find it out your Microsoft Entra ID. You can just open it, and in that, if you want to create that users, you need to go to users. We have two options. As first, create new user, and second one is invite external user. So create new user means if you are going to uh, create some users who is joined the newly in the company, the new users who has joined the company, then you can create the new user. And invite external users means if you have any client, or if you have any some you can say contractors or someone where you want to just add them to join it. So in that scenario, you can just invite them. So let's go to that create user, then we'll come to that invite user as well. So here I'm going to create as a test user 01, and you can keep that same name as a display name also. Password, you can see it here. You have I option, you can just see it, or else you can copy it also. We have another option, as we have discussed, you can uncheck and it will be not generate that any password. It will ask you to create your own password. Account enabled, so here you can just enable or disable the account if you want that user should be accessible in this account, then you can just enable or disable that. Next one is the properties. In the properties, you need to mention all the information related to the users one by one, as you have, and or else you need to join this one also, users location. So you need to provide that user location, so where the user is going to use this account. So as of now, I'm going to give it India. You can give it other also. It is up to you. And next one is a assignment. You can see here assignment. In that assignment, it is asking this user should be a part of in which group. So if you have a created any group, you can edit that group and give the particular name, or else you can just skip it. This later on also you can add it. Second thing is add roles. In this add roles, what you can do, you can click on it and just provide the role according to that, what kind of role you wanted to provide him. So just for example, I am giving one simple role, user administrator. So user administrator role, if I am going to provide it, I can select it that this role, and in this role, what he can do, everything is written here. You can see in the description part, it is mentioned can manage all aspects of users and groups, including resetting password for the limited admins. So that also he can do it, and you can just select it. After that, just review and create, and finally you can create it. So this is how after few seconds that user has been created. Now if you are going to refresh it, the user test user 01 has been created. Now if you want to log in it, you can just go to that here user and just copy that username and try to log in it. Let me open that some incognito window where we can try to log in and just check it whether the user is able to log in or not. So I am going to that portal.azure.com, and here I am going to enter that username. Going to the next, it will ask that password. So as of now, I did not copy the password. In that scenario, what you will do, you need to then reset the password. You can just reset the password. Let's see if I can reset it. Yes, I can reset the password. This is what the new password. You can just copy it and go to here in that next part where is the user. Yes, here you can paste it and sign in. Later on, it will ask you that give me the current password and try to enter the new password. So I am going to give that new password here and sign in. Now you can see it is asking you to, it is required to go for that multi-factor authentication part, but at this time I don't require, so I can go to that, ask later, and skip it, and then go to that no or yes, whatever you want, and you will be able to see that the user is logged in. User is logged in with the name of test user 01. So what are the access he have? As we have seen that this user can manage the user ID, password, and those things and all. So let's move it to that Entra ID, Microsoft Entra ID, and here you can see there is a users. If in this users, if this user is going to create any users, let's see what happens. I'm just simply going to create. See, this user can create the new user also. So if I'm going to refresh it, see, user 2 has been created. Means he can access in the user label, group labels, that's it. But in case if he is coming and he wants to create any virtual machine, you can see it is saying that start with the Azure free trial. That means he don't have access to create any virtual machine. If he is going also here, you can see again the same thing will come. You can manage the user level access only. You can manage the user, but he cannot use that other resources as well. So I'm going to just sign it out here, from here, and minimize this. Later on we'll use that. Now coming to that next part, where is the, just close it, and here I'm going to that again, the user, and just delete the user. If I wanted to delete the user, just go to that user and just delete it. Will ask delete, yes, has been deleted. Within few seconds it will be deleted. Now you can see it's not there. Now coming to that next part, the invite external user. So let's see if we can invite any users. So here we need to give the user email ID. So for example, test user I am going to give it. So now here you can mention it name. If you want, you can send invite also, or else you can just uncheck it. No one will invite it. If you want to invite, you can just click on this send invite, and here you can mention that message welcome to the team or something like that. Here you can add your manager or some recipients to whom you wanted to aware about that. Then review and invite. The same things will come here. Properties assignment will be same only as we have seen in that create users, and just invite it. In this you can see user invitation is in progress, and you will see in my mail. If I will go to my mail and see, I will get that one invitation of that particular. I will get the invitation from that. Yeah. Microsoft invitation behalf of something. So what I need to do, if I wanted to join, and if I want to accept the invitation, I can just accept that invitation. Hmm. Yes. So correct. So member will be those users to whom we are going to just create it. Means create it in our Azure Active Directory environment. If some persons who wants to join externally from the with different email ID, in that scenario, it can create as a guest user. Just for example, this user is a guest user. The same, this user is a guest user because I have used the different mail ID, and different mail ID means I have invited. I think I have invited this user, and this is the invited user. That is why it is showing that guest user. Yeah, scenario is the same as I told. If you just assume you are working in the organization, any organizations, and your client wanted to add or join your team. Client wanted to join your team, or some vendor wants to join your team for few time period, not for the permanent purpose, or might be they can join for permanent purpose as well. In that scenario, you no need to create the fresh users. Directly you can just give the invite to them. They will be invited and they will get if they will accept that invitation, then they will be a part of that that particular team. See, access and permission, it is depend upon that roles. Means what role that user is going to perform in their organization. Just for example, I can say, uh, if your client is a top level of employee, like vice president or some director kind of employee. So obviously, he will be high level of employees, and you need to, based on that, you can provide that high level of access to him. So where he can help you in that long term. If he is a fresher person, or if he is just like a 1 2 3 years of experience, he is managing the some user related things. So you no need to provide that high level of access in that. So it is depend upon that what position he is working and what kind of role he is going to support you. It's not like simply we are just adding the people and just entertaining with them. So we are just generally we are using if someone wants to support you in that way. So what kind of roles he is surviving there in that organization, or just for example, you are working for the project, and that project owner or project means like your client side person wanted to join you, and he is going to manage everything. He is a director of that particular place. So obviously he is a top level of employee. You need to provide the global access, and you can provide that all means like you can see that in what parts he wanted to work. There you can provide the label of access. But if he is just admin level access and he wanted to support you for few project perspective, so for temporary perspective, you can just add him and provide that like admin level access and all, and he can manage. So based on that, his positions and his means like in which position he is in, what role he is working on it. So the same kind of role you can provide it here also. Yeah, now coming to that, yeah, let me delete it first. This two, Acha Pinky, are you able to access with this only, or shall I create it? I'm going to delete it now. Then I will create the separate fresh account for you, right? Okay. So now going to delete it. Now you can see that has been deleted. Yeah, this two account has been deleted. Now going to uh, next option. Next option says, if I am coming to here in the user part, next one, download users. Download users means what it will download. If I am going to download users, and it is going to export users 24/9 means in this file, what I will get it, I will get the user related information. How many users I have created, what are the roles for them, or what positions they are. Let me open it. Just start it, it will download, and if I want I can see that status, or else I can just go to that. It is in progress. Yes, it has been done. If I am going to open download result, this is what that export users. I am going to save it in my local system, and if I am going to open it is through the Excel, because it is in the CSV file, so CSV file always support the Excel. So let's open it. Yes. Now here you can see there is a lot of users is added here. As much as users are added in our Active Directory, the all users would be showing here with their principal name or their name, or here in that mail ID, surname. If you have created anything, everything will be shown here. So like this, all informations you can see that if they are accessible, they are able to access that account or not, they are in India or some different location, or they are going to use it some like state, country. These things I did not mention, that's why it is not showing. What are the parts we have added it, everything is showing, and it is showing that created date when we have created these users. So everything is showing here like this, you can see. I'm just going to delete it. So now you can see that how we have seen that how we can download the users. So what I can do now the next part. Now we are coming to that next part, bulk operations. So bulk operation is what? Bulk operation is something if you are going to create the multiple users at the same time. It's not like, see, for what happens if you are going to create one user, just for example, in your company there is some 100 requirement, 100 new users are going to join the company. In that scenario, your manager is asking to add the 100 users, whatever users are going to join that they have selected, and add these users in the Azure. In that scenario, what you can do, you can go to that bulk operations, and here you have option create bulk, invite bulk, and delete bulk. So you can go to that bulk create, and just you will see that download CSV template. So here you can download it, that template. It is going to download the template in your download folder local system. Go to here and just open it. So here what you need to do, it is showing that as an example. Let me open it and show you. Uh, the name of the user, it is going to tell you that. So here like this, name, mail ID and password. So and sign in option, whether the user should be blocked or it should be unblocked. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this example and just going to delete it, and going to create that user 1 and user 2. Like this, I'm going to select it and just trying to add it. Till 10 users. And second thing what I can do, now I need to create their username. So how I will create that username? Always remember that whenever you are going to create the username, these things you need to take the information from the main account. Where is that main account? Spurti. No, Shiny, sorry. So I need to go to that Shiny site. Where is the Shiny? This I can copy it and just going to here, and whatever the user I have mentioned it here. Okay. So these users I can add it here in the signees. Uh, just remove. At this user 1. Now this user is a part of this group. So like this I need to copy it and just paste it all the users. I am going to copy and paste it in this and just will change the some minor changes, and then we'll see that all users will be created. So here I can make it that last 10th users I can make it yes, means this user should not be logged. Fine. This is how I have done it. Now in this, what it is saying that some features might be lost if you save this work with in the comma delimited CSV format. So always remember that what happens whenever we are going to save this file, we should save this file with the comma delimited only. Otherwise, it will not upload in that Azure portal. Whatever it is saying, let it, but this should be saved in the comma delimited. Yes. So I am going to save it this uh, with one and save. Now I can close it. Now I am going to upload the same file which I have edited. So let's come to here, go to download and see that this file we have created, edited and just uploaded successfully, just submit it. If all the information will be correct, it will create that all the users. If the information is not correct, then it will show you that error. Yes. Now you can see by population user create template CSV succeeded. Click title for more information. That means file is ready and the user has started creating. So you can just refresh it. You can see that user has been created. All the user has been created. Fine. Now the question is here, what we will do, we have enabled all the users to log in it, but only one user we have disabled it, correct? So what we will do, let's move it to that incognito window. Again, I am going to that next user and the same I am going to copy it from here with the user number 1 first. Then we'll go to the user number 10 also. And just going to paste it here, going to that next. Achha, password also is required. So what I can do, I can just go to here the user and reset the password. So as of now, it is asking that reset password. So I am going to that. I did not copy that. Let me copy this password and save. Enter the new password. I can enter that. Now you can see that user is able to log in. That is a different thing, what he have access, what he don't have access, that we can assign it later. But this time we can see that user is able to log into the particular this account. If I want, I can just sign it out and just use that another user what we have created. So I'm going to that next user. So here I can just close it this and come to that user part. Sorry. user number 10. So just going to that user number 10, copy it, and here just reset the password also. I'm not able to reset the password. Let me see if I can. So here I'm going to use it. This just going to 10 next, and just going to here. You cannot reset their password. You do not have a sufficient permission. Account to be deleted, disabled. Uh, we can try that password also, but I can see that I am not able to access this password. So what I will do, I can go to that system and just copy that password what we have incognito. Let's try to sign in. Your account has been locked. Contact your person to unlock it. Because that account was blocked. That's why it is showing that. Now let me try to unblock it and then see. Account status is disabled. I am going to that and just make it enabled. And so account is enabled. Just save it. Now you can see that account status is enabled. Now let's try test user converting user password. You can just copy that password and to here send. Now you can see it is allowing me to change the password. That means that user is able to access now. So this is what that changes we can do it. Now let me make it down. I'm not going to log in it. Yeah, now next coming to that next part, like here, the user want to leave now. Okay, so fine, you can leave. You can watch this video if something part you are missing. So this is what that bulk operation, guys. Now